Today, we're going to break down the wisdom of Japan's most legendary swordsman, Miyamoto Musashi. We're talking about mastering one of our most destructive emotions, anger. We're going to see how he didn't just manage it, he made it irrelevant, and how we can use his idea of the untouchable mind in our own lives.
Let's start with a truth we all kind of know, right? There's a demon inside you. Not some supernatural being, but something way more familiar. That hot flash of rage when you feel disrespected. That intense frustration when things just don't go your way. It's the part of you that explodes, that can ruin relationships. And you know what? It makes you weak. And the biggest problem is, you keep feeding it.
So Musashi's first big idea is actually pretty simple, but it's a total game changer. Anger isn't strength. Nope, it's a puppet string. And every single time you react with rage, you're just showing the world that somebody else is pulling it.
Look, we're all kind of taught that anger equals power, that it's how you get respect. But Musashi saw right through that. He knew the real truth. Anger makes you predictable. It shines a giant spotlight on all your weaknesses and basically gives everyone else a user's manual on how to control you. It turns you into a toy. And hey, this isn't just some forgotten samurai philosophy. The Roman emperor, Marcus Aurelius, was saying the exact same thing centuries earlier. The problem isn't what happens to you, it's how you judge it, how you react to it. It's a universal truth.
So let's just boil it all down to this one critical point. If someone can push your buttons, they own you. You are not in control. You're just a puppet dancing on their strings. Musashi's entire goal was to cut those strings for good.
And that brings us to the solution, what Musashi called the untouchable mind. See, he wasn't just the greatest swordsman in Japan's history, he was a master of emotional stillness, a warrior wrapped in total silence.
Just think about this number for a second. Over 60 duels to the death, and not a single loss. Not one. Now, that wasn't because he was always the fastest or the strongest guy. It was because he was impossible to provoke. He walked into every battle with the calm of a still lake, completely emotionless. Here's a perfect story. Early in his career, Musashi challenges this master named Arima Kihei. Kihei's expecting a formal duel. Musashi shows up late, and get this, he's holding a plain wooden stick. Kihei just mocks him, taunts him relentlessly. Most guys would have cracked, but Musashi, he just watched, silent, calculating. And then, one strike. No rage, no drama, just cold, brutal, perfect execution. This was his North Star, his guiding principle. And you should ask yourself this too. When is getting angry ever truly useful? You think it helps you win an argument? No, it just shows you're losing control. You think it helps in a fight? It just makes your enemies smile because they know they've already got you beat.
Okay, so how did he do it? How did he reach this state of absolute calm, this void as he called it? Well, it wasn't about suppressing anger or bottling it up. It was about training the mind so intensely that anger had nothing left to latch onto. It was about making his mind a weapon. Musashi's training really had three core parts. First up, voluntary hardship. He believed that comfort makes your mind soft and weak, easily triggered, so by choosing to be uncomfortable, cold showers, simple food, sleeping on the floor, he killed that sense of entitlement that fuels so much anger. Second, master the non-reaction. Seriously, next time someone insults you, try this. Don't say a word, just pause and watch them. You will feel the power shift in that moment. And third, meditate on death. Now this third step, this is the really profound one. Musashi would meditate on his own death every single morning. And why would he do that? Because when you truly, genuinely accept your own mortality, all the petty little annoyances in life just lose their power. I mean, what's a rude comment or some bad traffic compared to the great void?
All of this training, it's all pointing to one ultimate target. Because to really conquer anger for good, Musashi knew you had to go deeper. You have to attack its real source. You have to starve your ego. So, let me ask you this. Think about the last time you got really, truly angry. What were you defending? It probably wasn't your physical safety. It was something else, wasn't it? Yeah, you were defending your ego. That fragile little picture of yourself that needs to feel important, that needs to feel respected, that needs to be right all the time. Musashi saw the ego for exactly what it is, not a source of strength, but a deep, profound weakness. The more you feed it, the more fragile you become. So the solution isn't to build thicker armor around your ego. It's to get rid of it. Just let it go. Because when you have nothing to prove, When there's no fragile image you have to defend, insults just become noise. Criticism becomes useful information. And anger? It just dies, because there's nothing left for it to protect. So how do we actually apply all of this stuff? Well, let's look at Musashi's most famous duel. It's the ultimate proof of his philosophy, and we can distill it into a code for our modern lives. The duel was against Sasaki Kojiro, a master swordsman, a national celebrity. Musashi deliberately showed up hours late, knowing it would completely unbalance his opponent. And it worked. Kojiro was boiling with rage. Musashi, on the other hand, steps off his boat, calm as a stone, holding a sword he literally carved from a boat oar on the way over. Kojiro, furious and impulsive, lunged. Musashi, still and calculated, struck a single decisive blow. Kojiro dropped dead. That is the superiority of stillness over rage. That's the result.
So here's the code we can take away from all of this. Stop reacting and start watching. Stop expecting the world to be how you want it and start detaching from outcomes. Stop wasting your energy screaming and start using it to sharpen your mind. And remember this, the quieter you become, the more you can actually hear, and the more powerful you truly are.
In the end, it all comes back to this one thing. When you're no longer afraid of discomfort, when you stop needing other people to act a certain way, when you can look at the very end with a sense of peace, there's just no anger left. There's only stillness, and that's where true power is. So now you understand the way of the untouchable mind. You can see the puppet strings of anger that have been controlling you. The only question left is, which one are you going to cut first?